Welcome back to the Broad Street Benchwarmers podcast. My name is Adam Den, eighth and Lividitis. Here with me, as always, my former is unfortunately unable to join us. But we are here with you to discuss the NBA draft, which in fact is going on right now.
Yeah.
Give some live reactions, as we know you guys like.
Yep.
And yeah, just this is gonna be an awesome night.
Yeah.
So we'll probably be cutting in and out, different clips of reactions throughout.
Yeah, 'cause you don't want to see 3 hours straight of us just sitting here and looking at the screen.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make
exactly.
make some commentary on Kendrick Perkins talking.
We're not
I
that
think
exciting. I
no.
promise.
No.
So yeah, I think should we just cut this straight to us, Cade Cunningham?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Let's hope it's Cade Cunningham because
Yep.
I mean it has to be, but yeah.
There we go. Cade Cunningham, a Detroit Piston. I mean, we kind of already talked about it last episode, but the fit that he's going to be with those young stars in Detroit. I compared him to LaMelo Ball, and I think it's a very, very similar situation where he can just come in, maybe help develop in a similar way LaMelo did with guys like Miles Bridges and guys like Malik Monk. We're looking at guys in Detroit like Sadiq Bey,
Isaiah Stewart, Jeremy Grant, Kevin Hayes.
Yep. So definitely, I think a good fit overall, and I mean that's going to be a fun team this year. A lot more fun than we thought, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congrats to Detroit. Yeah, finally got a star.
Yeah, it's been 15 years.
15 years at least. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking Chauncey, but that's that's it. So
that might be 20. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, congrats to Detroit. Second pick in the NBA draft.
I think I'm behind.
Is Jalen Green.
He spoiled for me.
Of the NBA G League, I did.
Yeah, I'm behind starting to announce these, but Jalen Green, we mocked it.
I mean,
he's got the hair, he's got the shiny suit. It'll be fun.
Yeah, we talked about it before. He's a very solid player and playmaker. In that pretty much wide open Houston Rockets offense, that's something that really could be special. And we'll see. We'll see how that team performs. I mean, record-wise, I don't think it's going to be pretty, but I think he's going to have a lot of opportunities moving forward. So, yeah. Exactly. But we have a trade. We have a trade.
Right here? Right now?
The Washington Wizards have agreed to trade Russell Westbrook, a 2024 second-round pick, and a 2028 second-round pick to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah.
For Kyle Kuzma, Caldwell Pope, Montrezl Harrell, and number 22 tonight.
Yep.
So Buddy Hield is not involved in this Lakers trade, which seems to be the biggest storyline here, the number 22 pick involved instead. But I do think for a minute, we should just take a second to discuss Russell Westbrook, now an official member of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, it would be a nightmare if this was 2017, but I mean, it's cool. They had some firepower. They kind of just they lose whatever depth they had left for All-Star, which is fine because they only really run through LeBron and AD anyways. So I mean, it's definitely a risky move, but I mean Westbrook's playmaking alone, along with LeBron's playmaking, should help if they have players alongside them, but this could be a disaster. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I have never thought LeBron plays best with a ball-dominant playmaker as the point guard beside him. I think, just shot creator in general will be better for him and the style that he plays overall. But, I mean, it is Russell Westbrook, and I mean, I get your point about it not being 2017, but I still think he had a,
he's still a good player.
Last year. I think, we're still talking about a top probably 5 point guard in the NBA, and I think for them to acquire any kind of talent like that is definitely something special. And I don't know that it makes them title favorites. I don't think so, but I think they have to be mentioned in that conversation with this trade overall.
Yeah, they just need to build around whatever they can with ring chasing veterans who want to take the minimum, because that's a lot of money going to 3 players. So.
Well, and I do think there's going to be a lot of those. I mean, we think about guys on giant deals. I mean, we could have like a Kevin Love.
Yeah.
We could have like there's always somebody.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's definitely a possibility they can find a way to build that. Yeah. But I would say, for now, Brooklyn remains a title favorite, but I think they have to be mentioned in that conversation now.
Yeah.
Sure. So, on to number 3, I guess. The pick is in for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
We'll just look at Woj. Just going to talk about Westbrook, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it really is, a game-changing move for that team.
It can make or break the Lakers, to be honest. Because, trading 3 key pieces. I mean, they're obviously not all all-stars, but that's still 3 important depth pieces.
I mean,
and some draft capital for.
When we really think about it, though, Montrezl Harrell was getting DNPs, throughout the entire end of the playoffs. Kuzma, I mean, despite getting major minutes, I mean, we knew he was going to be a trade place moving forward. I mean, we just knew it. And Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, I mean, I think might have been the most valuable asset, but he's, he's on that expiring already.
Yeah.
I mean, so when we think about it, I really don't know that it was too much.
I don't know if it was overpay, but I just don't know how Westbrook would fit alongside LeBron, just because they both are slashing playmakers who can put up a ton of numbers and stat column. And here's Adam Silver. And wait for me, even though it's probably Evan Mobley. There it is. It's Evan Mobley.
Yep.
I mean,
and not
probably. I mean, obviously, Cade's the number 1 prospect in the class, but Evan Mobley's probably the favorite player in the class.
And he could be a contender to be the best prospect in the class. I really don't think the difference between him and Cade Cunningham is as substantial as people maybe make it out to be. I mean, we talked about it on the last one. Just his ability to be so good defensively. I mean, just at the rim, and his ability as a playmaker at his size and at the center position. I mean, it is just amazing. I mean, that Bam Adebayo mold continues, but he is a player of his own for sure.
Yeah. All right. Okay, pick is in. The camera's on Jalen Suggs. Should be the pick. We'll see what happens.
Yep. I mean, we talk about a Toronto team,
that is probably
maybe losing Kyle Lowry. Yeah. And I mean, Jalen Suggs seems to be. I mean, we talk about those 4 guys. That is the grouping. So.
Yep.
Starting point guard and bench depth. Yep. Pick is in. The Toronto Raptors select.
Okay. Well, I'm behind, so I gotta announce these.
What?
This is the Patrick Williams of this class, to be honest. Like literally, 3-and-D, not 3-and-D, but defensively minded guy from Florida State.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody is confused by. It should have been Suggs.
Say it's a bad pick because it's
he's still a very good player.
Really high on. He's a great basketball player. And he fits what Toronto's mold of what they do. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
He is, that kind of OG Anunoby build.
He's got another one of them. It's kind of annoying.
But exactly, yeah. And in a need with the team in the need of, some kind of starting point guard play for the future, like we talked about.
Yeah.
With a player like Jalen Suggs, who's right there, that's a tough one, really.
Yeah, it only makes me. Are they like sold on Gary Trent and Van Vliet as our starting guards? Because like that
Who's
must be
sold
the
on
case.
Gary Trent though?
I know that's the question. I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Because like if Suggs is right there, you have to like it should be the pick. But
yeah, I mean, it is a very Masai Ujiri pick.
yeah, it's like
with the build that
it'll probably
Scottie
age
Barnes
well and
is.
will look stupid, but like
but still, yeah, I agree. If he can
just looking at
develop a
it's
consistent
only
jumper,
looking at the Kyle Lowry situation. That's the only reason why we're kind of confused. But.
Yeah. I mean, if he can develop a consistent jumper, like Scottie Barnes will be a fantastic player. Yeah. You know, it's in the mold of, like you said, in the mold of Patrick Williams last year, even though Patrick Williams' jumper was a lot more consistent. But I think Scottie is a much better defender. So yeah, it just really depends what happens there.
And their comparison is Draymond, which is
yeah, I think that's pretty much perfect. You know,
yeah,
he's more of a lanky build. But yeah, Draymond is definitely the comparison.
Okay, now Jalen Suggs is right in Orlando's lap. So
on to number 5.
Come on, don't blow it. Yeah, we'll see you.
The 5th overall pick going now.
Jalen Suggs.
Yeah, that is.
I mean, it fell right into our lap. Like we kind of had to.
Pick. That is what we expected from Toronto. A solid enough fit. You know, Cole Anthony, it's going to be, 2 highly touted guards, and Markelle Fultz, a lot of highly touted, highly drafted guards. But I would go on a limb and say he's the most talented of them all. Yeah. So, yeah, I think this is definitely a move that I can see working out with him as the starting point guard of the future. I think he's just that talented as a playmaker, as a defender. I mean, they're showing the shot now. Needs to get a little more efficient as a scorer, but it's still a really good one. And even was as the second option at Gonzaga, or maybe third at times. So yeah, it's a really exciting pick for Orlando, honestly.
Yeah. Down to OKC. I don't know what they're going to do. Kuminga's here. Bouknight's here. Davion Mitchell's here.
Yeah, and we were just talking about this at the break. I don't know how Bouknight would fit with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and OKC. So that's what makes this incredibly interesting here. With Mitchell and Kuminga on the board, who I think are more likely options, but Bouknight, who I think is the better player. So we'll see. So the pick is in the Oklahoma City Thunder, getting ready for what should be an interesting decision, as we discussed before. And, we'll see what happens here. Adam Silver stepping up.
Right, again, I'm behind. So if you're screaming, do not say, "Oh, it's," just let the insanity happen in real time.
What? No, what?
That was real? Was that what they said?
That was what they said.
Dude.
I
like him. I like him a lot.
I think he's a fine prospect, but really?
What? I don't know about that.
I don't know. The playmaking definitely there. He's
got the size, 6'8".
Yeah,
he's like 18 years old, so he's got time to develop. But I don't know. Just with really coming on the board, I don't know.
Yeah, and OKC has the time to invest in him, and he seems like the kind of guy who it's kind of just a wait and see with where he is at this point. But with so many other how high I am on Bouknight. How high I am But he's a perfect fit
Mitchell.
next to Shea when you think about it.
Yeah.
As just a pure playmaker at 6'8" and his ability to defend as well. So, I don't know.
We'll see. I mean, it could have been a lot worse. Oh, they're
Yeah.
comparing me. Oh, it's just Australian guys. So you're
Yeah,
comparing
okay.
him to Ben Simmons. I'm like, no.
I mean, you could with the size.
I mean, yeah.
But
Just not really the explosiveness. But I mean, he's a decent player. I'm not gonna. It's just like the Scottie Barnes pick. Like he's gonna be a good player.
Yeah.
We're not gonna like talk all this trash because like we still like all these most of these prospects. Kuminga, we're not really in love with, but
I like Kuminga better than I like him, to be honest.
yeah, I mean at least with OKC.
But yeah, I just thought he was overrated. But yeah, we'll see what happens with Golden State now.
Yeah, Golden State is. I don't know what they're gonna do.
I don't know. I feel like
I guess it's
the
Kuminga.
best player available in Kuminga or Bouknight.
Or Bouknight.
I'm sure
or
they wouldn't
Davion
mind
Mitchell.
the shooting.
They
or
could do
Davion
whatever.
Mitchell. Yep. But I do think it's going to be whoever they feel is the best player available.
Yeah.
Rather than position-wise drafting. So we will see. So the Golden State Warriors getting ready to pick here at 7.
Also 14.
And the pick is in. And at 14. Yep, we're going to see them again to finish off our lottery reactions probably. But yeah, here we go. The Golden State Warriors hopefully see Adam Silver here in a sec.
We're just gonna track it
or
out.
A longer sec.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. So okay, again I'm behind, so don't be like, oh, they got a Jalen Johnson thing, which I hope they didn't. There you go.
Very good pick. The Golden State Warriors seem to have gone with
BPA.
the best player available in our opinions as well, and that is Jonathan Kuminga of the G League. I mean, just the athleticism of this guy is absolutely off the charts. You know, his playmaking is underrated. His actual scoring itself could use a little bit of work, especially with him shooting 24% from 3. Yeah, throughout the G League season. But you know, he does have a lot of potential just with the athleticism and the finishing ability, and a lot of defensive potential as well, with his size. So I think Golden State, seeing that, knowing how they can develop players so well, it's not a surprising take to me, and I think it's a very good one as well. So yeah, on to number 8.
Yeah, which is Orlando again.
Orlando, yup. So we will see who they will pair with Jalen Suggs right now. So the 8th overall pick now in, waiting for Adam Silver. Here we go.
It's fine. At 11, this is around.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I kind of couldn't go another guard, another. But
I get it.
I don't know. I guess they don't really have any small forwards. Was he even the best
forward on the board? I honestly like Kai Jones better, and I think he would almost be a better fit. So I'm not sure. He is a great shooter. Wagner is. You know, and for his size, I mean, that's incredibly valuable in today's NBA. Yeah. And I mean, he's a solid enough defender.
Yeah.
Especially on the perimeter. But you know, I'm still not totally sold on anything else offensively.
I think he's like 19, so you don't have to worry about it. But
yeah,
I think it'll be okay. They do need a small forward on the roster, not named Terrence Ross. So
yeah, I mean, my comparison is Davis Bertans. That would be, you know, and I think it'll be
one of those.
If that's what Orlando needs,
shooting European forwards. It's like he'll be okay. He won't be the next Luka Doncic, but he'll be solid.
Yeah.
And Sacramento is in a weird spot.
They're in a very weird spot.
Because they could go with another guard, because Buddy Hield might be on the move. Because Bouknight and Mitchell and Moses Moody are all here.
And I think this is the first
Sengun guys here. They do.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This is the first part
Corey
of the draft
Kispert's
where I
also
think we
here.
do look at Sengun from Israel, as a possible option, here for Sacramento. So definitely got to see here.
Yeah.
So transition.
Yeah.
So the 10th pick is in, and right here. What? Nah. With De'Aaron?
Yeah, I don't know.
That makes sense.
It's kind of a mess.
Yeah.
Unless you think Tyrese's length is enough to move him to the 3, which is possible.
Yeah,
but not,
I think
doesn't work logistically, to be honest. But
yeah, I think Mitchell has one of the highest ceilings of players in this draft, but I really don't think. Yeah, I don't know about the. Unless you want him to be the perfect 6 man. I really don't know about that. Honestly, it's just really.
Yeah.
It's a strange pick. And Bouknight even would have fit better, I think, just because he would have taken that Buddy Hield kind of role. For them to really just draft a traditional point guard to go right into that spot is very confusing, unless they're actually thinking about moving De'Aaron in the near future. So yeah. So on to New Orleans.
Memphis. It says New Orleans, but it's Memphis.
Yeah, it's Memphis. Yeah. Really?
Zhaire Williams is the pick.
You're getting real crazy now.
Yeah.
What is that?
I haven't done a lot of homework on him, so I don't know what to say, but
as kind of like a playmaking wing, he was a very highly touted player in high school. He was like a top five prospect coming out of there. But for Memphis, when you have, we were gonna talk about Bouknight all night. I feel like now, with the way he's kind of slipped down all these draft boards. But Zhaire Williams is a solid player. As a shooter, it's not fantastic. As a defender, not. It's similar to the thing you're getting with Kuminga, I feel like. But not quite as athletic overall. But yeah, there's definitely potential. It's just a little confusing, to be honest, and especially with the opening that it seemed like Memphis had. Do they want him to start in place of Dillon Brooks? Is he their future over Dillon Brooks? Like, they had a need at the shooting guard position. It just seems like they're ignoring it.
Yeah. Charlotte, I don't know what Charlotte's going to do.
No, I don't either, because they really don't need a Bouknight type.
I guess they can go with the Sengun guy.
Yeah, they could.
Because
are they willing to take that huge risk? Or Kispert. I could totally see Kispert here. I think I actually mocked Kispert here. So I don't know. I think they'll probably. Here comes Adam Silver. I think they'll probably keep it. That would be my guess.
My guess is Sengun, but we'll see.
Yep, my guess is Sengun here too.
The very
show going to select.
Get away from me, because
Wow! There we go.
Whoa!
There we go.
Don't know how again. It's very similar to the Kings. Like, there's a lot of guards, and you kind of just got the best player available who happened to be a guard. So I don't know, but
he does not look happy.
Yeah.
But
there's like LaMelo Ball is stealing on my spotlight, which is correct, but he's a good player. Adam has said way more good things than I have about him, but
Hey, but great hustle guy. Fantastic shooter. I mean, if we look at his efficiency throughout his shooting splits, yeah, I just think he could be really, really solid in this league. And it's not my favorite fit for him for sure. But I think he still has the potential to be a really, really solid player. And I mean, it hurts to see the look on his face with it being the fit that it is. But yeah.
I think that there's no way they got a guard because they've got Derek White, they have Lonnie Walker, they have DeJounte, they have Devin Vassell, they have Patty Mills, they have like a trillion.
Yeah,
guards.
maybe as we sit here with the San Antonio Spurs with the 12th overall pick discussing whether or not they will take a guard. And it's a good
There's
question.
just so much guard depth in the draft that like some teams it's already happened twice with Davion Mitchell and Zhaire Williams, just like and James Bouknight, just a ton of guards that are going and we don't really know how to fit in these rosters, but
yeah,
here's the Spurs.
I mean, they're talented enough.
Yeah.
Adam Silver up here for San Antonio.
All right.
Huh?
Dude.
Wait, what? Pop is what? I mean, I get that we want to go younger, and all these teams tend to want to take young, talented guys just because.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on, with all the guys on the board.
Yeah, there's so much talent.
Yeah.
If you want to get him, just trade down like 10 spots, 15 spots. He would have been there. They only have 2 picks left the lottery, and there's so much for the Pacers to pick from. So weird. Yeah, that's
crazy.
They've usually been good with their picks, but
I thought they were going to take Sengun.
Yeah, or Corey Kispert.
Or Corey Kispert. Either the experienced guy who they've been known to take, or the talented foreign guy. But they just go off the wall. That's crazy. But here we go, number 13, Indiana.
Yeah.
So the Indiana Pacers now with the 13th overall pick, Adam Silver up to the podium.
Okay. I'm waiting. It didn't happen. That wasn't my reaction.
Okay. That's a good pick. That's a really solid
guy.
That's my guy right there. Exactly. Chris Duarte, a lot of people are going to point towards the age, 24 years old, a senior out of Oregon. But when we look at the pure shooting that this guy can provide, his shooting split's absolutely spectacular. Just as a shot creator, just an incredible player. Defensively, he's going to need some work. But I do think within that Indiana offense, he's going to be a great fit. Maybe kind of provide more offensive firepower for that team and maybe replace Doug McDermott, who is a free agent this year. So I think definitely a very solid pick right there. For
sure. Yeah. He could hypothetically start like at the 2.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and just have Karras at the 3. But he could also be a spark plug off the bench. Like, obviously that shot's there. So.
I mean, it depends on the health of TJ Warren, whether or not he is. I doubt once TJ Warren's back. That remains the case.
Karras at the 3, just assuming that TJ's not there. So.
Yeah. But still, a very, very solid pick just for depth purposes. That's what you're looking for. with that 13th overall pick, and he's definitely going to be a very talented player, almost in a Cam Johnson kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. Now we're into Golden State for the
last pick of the lottery. This is it right here. We've gotten through 13 picks. This is the finale.
Most of them have been weird, but
I mean, down to the wire.
Yeah.
So we're saying now that we think Woj just spoiled the pick, literally during the broadcast as we're trying to avoid the pick spoilers.
From Woj,
that would be a way to finish. Let's see right here.
Yeah. Let's just see if he's confirmed it live on television before Adam Silver said anything.
Come on, Woj!
Dude.
Bruh.
I mean, I like him as a player. I like Moody a lot.
Yeah,
he'd be a good off the bench guard for them.
It's still.
That's so annoying.
That's really annoying. But that is a very solid pick for the Golden State Warriors. We can talk about their abundance of guards that they have now, and how that could be a problem moving forward. I can definitely see that. But just with how talented of a player Moody is overall, with his finishing ability and his defensive instincts at times, had a ton of steals in college. Really slipped off during March Madness. I thought that's I thought that was kind of determinant of why he slipped on my draft board, but definitely still an incredibly solid player for the future.
So we'll probably make a video talking about all of these in detail outside of just these reactions, probably with Michael. But we'll be back to talk about Sixers trading all our picks for cash considerations, and as always, Fire, Ty Roseman, Trey Ben Simmons, and Dave Dombrowski for watching this trade for a relief pitcher. Thank you.
All right. See you guys.